We're going to take a look at one of the more useful reporting tools in VSCO, which is called order history. And there's two different ways you can get to this. One is through the reports menu and order history there. The other one being just from the sales and purchases menu down here at the bottom. You can click order history. Okay, so there's a way to see sales history and a way to see purchase history. And you'll notice by default it assumes you want to look at sales history. If you want to look at purchase, you click that. The filter criteria change, and you can do purchase history by vendor. It's probably the way most people would do it. Let's focus on the sales history side. The two most common ways in which people will filter the sales history is one by product or by customer. There are other options. You could do sales history by trader or by sales rep, or by any one of the product groupings that you have set up. So if you wanted to say, show me my total sales history for this category of product versus another category of product, you could do that. Let's start by looking at sales history by product. So I'm going to choose a product from the product list here. Let's say we want to look at sales history of these cooling fans. And now other options in terms of filtering, you could filter by order date or you could filter by ship date. And you'll notice this eye icon on the hover here shows you a little bit more detail about what's meant by filtering by ship date. But the idea here is if it has already shipped, then it'll filter based on invoice date. If it has not yet shipped, then it'll filter based on ETD, or the expected ship date. So let's say we want to filter it for a 4-year period, say from January 1st, 2013 through December 31st, 2016, for example, for that product. And you could say, show me only things that have already shipped, only show me things that have not yet shipped, or include everything. Let's say include everything and proceed. So initially it returns a list, 1 row per release. So remember now a release is a specific shipment within a sales order. So for example, this 142*1*2 means sales order number 142, first line item on that order, and second shipment. We've got the status of the release. So shipped would mean obviously it's shipped and invoiced. SO issued would be the sales order has been created, hasn't been allocated against inventory or anything yet. And then released to logistics would mean that that sales order has been created, it's been allocated against inventory, it's been added to a delivery, so like it's ready to go, but it has not yet actually shipped. The product, the customer, the quantity, price, unit measure, price, currency, total value, like the extended price times quantity, expected ship date or ship date. If there's been a return, you would see how much has been returned, and then this would be the sales rep and the customer's PO number. Now you could just take these results and shoot them out to Excel if you wanted to by clicking on that icon and do other things with them there. You'll also notice if we scroll down to the bottom, there's some totaling that's being done within this screen. So totaling on the number of pieces and also the number of dollars. And I think one of the more useful tools here too, if you click this button down here, age by year, then it kind of summarizes it in this way where, so for this product, we've sold it to 2 different customers this year. We've sold it to 3 brothers and to Corkery. So we can see in total how much did we sell to each customer for the year, and then also broken down by month. And you can kind of compare that against previous years to see trends. Are you selling more of this product or selling less of it? And same thing here, if you wanted to export these results out to Excel, you could do that by clicking on that icon. So that's order history by product. The other way in which people commonly do this is by customer. So let's say we choose a customer from our customer list, and I'm not going to apply any filters. I'm just going to say, show me my total sales for this customer ever. So it'll look back as long as we've been using VSCO and look at our total sales. And that one takes a little bit longer to run, but you'll notice some quantities here are showing up in red. And the reason for that is that these are quantities where the unit of measure in which we sold, in which the items were sold, does not convert back to our default unit of measure, in this case pieces. So when we're looking at totals down here at the bottom, those orders are not going to be included in the total quantity, but they do get included in the total dollars. So let's take that same list and say age by year, and now it's showing us, okay, let's look at 2016. These are all the items that we sold this customer in 2016. Total sales of each, and then again broken down by month. And then if you wanted to, you could compare that against last year or previous years to see, are we selling this customer more, are we selling them less? And then also the seasonality, if you wanted to look at it by month.